Hey there, everybody! Welcome back. This week, our video, we're going to take a quick look at Terror Behind the Walls. That is the Halloween haunt attraction for the Eastern State Penitentiary Prison in Philadelphia, PA. It has been renowned as one of the scariest, one of the best Halloween haunt attractions in the country in a number of different areas over the last 5 or 7 years. So it's a really top-notch haunt attraction. It is set inside the Eastern State Penitentiary, a historic prison, a prison abandoned for 20 years after it closed. So there's a bit of decay in there. So it's the perfect setting for this haunt attraction. If you haven't seen our previous video about the history of the Eastern State Penitentiary, please check that out. It's two completely different things. Checking out the history and getting to learn a little bit about the prison. There's a little bit of creepiness there, but the Terror Behind the Walls attraction is really, really cool and a different look at the prison. So we're going to cut to the chase here. You can't film inside any of the mazes. You're not allowed to film at all. I did a little bit with my film when we were in line and afterward, and got a couple of pictures. So I'll try and provide a little bit of extra content and some pictures to sort of give an overview of what I can, but we obviously could not film when we were inside the mazes. So I'll just give a quick highlight of what to expect if you're thinking of going, or if you just want to know what's the deal, what's the fuss with this place I keep hearing about way off in Philadelphia. So how it works is between late September and the first week or so of November, they sell tickets based on what day you're going. Obviously, closer to Halloween's more expensive. Saturdays closer to Halloween are the most expensive at $45. Saturdays in September, Sundays throughout most of October, Tuesday is Halloween this year. It can go as low as $19. And when you purchase your tickets, you're purchasing them in half-hour time slots. So you say, okay, I want to go at 6:30, I want to go at 7, I want to go at 7:30. So the maximum you're supposed to wait is a half hour. You show up for your time slot and you just go in with that time slot somewhere in that period. We signed up the very first time slot, had 0 wait on a Sunday night at 6:30. 0 wait. It got dark pretty quick after we got in. And it was great.
If you could see us, you'd see that we're freaking out right now. Freaking out. Completely freaking out.
I'm so scared.
So basically, once you get inside, you wait in line to get to this sort of pre-show area, and they give you a quick choice. Touch or no touch. Most places, they don't allow, the actors aren't allowed to touch you. They aren't allowed to touch you, they aren't allowed to grab you, so a lot of people take comfort in that. With the Eastern State Penitentiary, they give you an option. You can go no touch, or you can go, yeah, touch me, grab me, divert me.
Tonight, you must all make a choice. You must decide whether or not you're locked into the more interactive experience. What this means is you will receive a tracking device, and you will wear it around your neck. This allows monsters, like me, to potentially touch you, lunge out, grab you, lead you down secret hallways, and separate you from your group. Now, if this becomes too intense for you, you're freaking out, you can just take it all, throw it on the ground, and you'll be no longer intentionally touched. You may go for.
They're not really grabbing you. I had people like just reach out of nowhere and just put their hands on my shoulder or my back or something like that. I had a couple grab at my leg, but they didn't really pull you. They didn't assault you or anything. It was pretty easy going, all things considered. But that definitely added a very cool element. If you go and you're not too intimidated, definitely go for they can touch me, grab me, or divert me. And then you get in line for the maze, and they put you in groups of like 6 to 8, and they let everybody in little bursts of the first maze. Everybody ends up sort of gathering together and bunching up anyway during the maze, but they try and slow you down a little bit when you're entering. And you just go from one maze to the next, and you wait right outside. We had like a 2 or 3 minute wait, if that, for the queue to the next maze. The last couple of mazes almost just ran together. It's like you just went from one right into the next one. The mazes were great. They were a lot of fun. The actors were really good. They had some really cool animatronics in there. Some of the setup in the mazes are semi-permanent. They're built in there and they just leave them year round, because this has been going on for, I think, it's about 25 years or so they've been doing this. So they have a lot of that stuff set in place, and then they just build around it to when it comes time for the season. A couple of those cell blocks are basically dedicated to the Terror Behind the Walls. So the event itself, the haunted attraction, a lot of fun. There are some scares. There's some good jump scares. I don't get particularly scared at these things. I'm more of a grin and I'm chuckling going through them. But if you do find these things really scary, it offers some really good scares for you. So once you get out of that, there is there's a shop, and there's the opportunity to buy your group photos, which we did. You'll see that here. And then we also saw the guards did a little bit of choreography every so often, every 10 or 15 minutes or so. The guards and performers are dancing around and doing a little choreography to entertain folks. So after that, you're clear to leave. We took there's an upsell option called Al Capone's Speakeasy, and for $10 more, you get to go to it's almost like an after party. There's tons of restaurants and bars in the area, so if you want to go and do your own thing outside, there's plenty of places that you can go get a drink afterward with your friends. Very good places to eat. But they offer this Al Capone Speakeasy, and it's $10, and it basically gets you a drink of some sort. Obviously, it's more cost effective if you get alcohol, a cocktail or a wine or a beer, and they have just very limited offerings for that. You could also get a soda or water, but obviously it's more cost effective if you get a beer. You get a complimentary drink with the Al Capone Speakeasy visit. It's basically one of the cell blocks. There's red lights down the cell block. Certain cells are open as either a gift shop or some little gathering spot with some entertainment going on. One of the cells they had open and said you can reserve this spot, so you and your friends for a few more bucks could just have one of these cells, and they'd close it off and you just have your own little private lounge right there. Then they also had there was a lady who was singing. And singing some like jazz tunes and in period costumes, Al Capone period costumes. And there was a contortionist performing. So there was a couple of cool atmospheric things going on, and that was definitely a lot of fun. That was worth our $10. The beer was probably going to be about $5 or $6 at any bar anyway, and the entertainment was pretty fun. Not everybody would probably enjoy it, but we thought it was very entertaining.
At the Speakeasy, one always pairs a game of checkers with a beer and a wine.
That's right.
How about a game of checkers?
Game on.
I believe that Terror Behind the Walls was one of the first ones to allow the actors to possibly touch you or grab you. So it's been an attraction. It's been there a long time, but they're always looking to build it up a little bit. It was a lot of fun. Definitely very cool. If you ever get the opportunity to do it, definitely do that. The day tour was only $9, normally $16. It was only $9 because we purchased tickets for Terror Behind the Walls attraction. If you do that, you get a little bit of discount on that daytime tour, and it's definitely worth it. You see the prison two different ways. So the whole thing was a lot of fun. It was a very cool attraction. Definitely one of my favorite things. It's a different animal for something like Universal's Horror Nights. that's like a whole different ball of wax. But the mazes in there were pretty good. They were pretty good. They don't have Universal's money to play with, but they definitely were competitive with that kind of atmosphere and that kind of quality in the haunted attractions. So it was definitely a great thing. If you ever get the chance to do it, you should definitely go do it.
Whoa, that was pretty awesome. What do you guys think?
It was so epic.
Cool.
Gotta do it.
That
again.
was an awful lot of fun. Not that scary. We got the glow necklace. Amy actually got diverted. She got diverted away from us. That was a lot of fun.
But I made it back alive.
Some good theming, some good design in there. We went to Al Capone's Speakeasy, and they had some entertainment, a contortionist. We had a drink afterwards. That was a lot of fun. Would we do this again? Absolutely. We want to do this again sometime. This was so much fun. If you ever get a chance to come out to Eastern State Penitentiary, Terror Behind the Walls, do it. It's a lot of fun. Well worth it. So we had a great time. There's a lot of scares, a lot of fun. I may have been bloodied a little bit. So remember, kids, have a good time all the time.
The prisoners have escaped.
They gave me the message. The canine message from the dog star.
Oh no.
From Sirius. They're beaming the message down from Sirius.
From Pluto?
All them, they're our masters. That's why you have civilization. Dogs. They put it all together for us. They gave us all a message out there, and I'm sending a message out to you. I'm beaming it out to you right now.
All right.
All
right,
this.
we'll take the
all fake.
message.
Look up there. See no stars in the sky, no sun, no
Oh my
moon.
gosh,
The
he's
projection
right.
broke down. The projection broke down because we're in a hollow sphere, not the Earth. We're not on the outside. We're on the inside. Trapped.
Oh my gosh.
What else did Stephen King tell you? Huh?
Watch your cell phones. That could make you crazy.
Yeah, everyone's interested in those. They can beam messages out, but they also beam messages in. It reflects back at you.
Oh my
It
gosh,
reflects
I hadn't
back at
thought
you.
of it that way.
It's giving out radiation constantly. It's constantly giving out radiation. Everything does. Everything's got radiation. Even people.
Ew, it's got messages all over it. Sure you don't want to come see the messages with us?
Nope, not going in.